and then we'll go to Larry Nichols. Do we have Comy ready?
This is what your viewers have to come to grips with.
Please, go ahead.
Gowdy, excuse me.
No one who sent classified information was prosecuted. No one who received classified information was prosecuted. No one who destroyed federal records was prosecuted. Out of all of this, 5 immunity agreements and a really unusual investigation about national security matters with hundreds of classified emails, not one single person is going to face a legal consequence.
That means this case is dead in the water, right?
It is dead in the water other than what I have said in the past. There are multiple groups in our culture who provide oversight. There's the executive branch, there's Congress, there's you and the media. But on November the 8th, the real jury gets to weigh in. And if they think that this Department of Justice has been politicized, they are welcome to replace it with another Department of Justice.
And that's Trey Gowdy. No wonder you couldn't find the clip here. Like, what? Comey? On what Comey's decision. So that's the head of the, House Oversight Committee. So he predicted, he said there will be no indictment with Loretta Lynch. And he described what happened on the plane with Bill Clinton and her. He said that this is all a red herring a week ago. We got attacked for that. So he's been proven correct. Larry Nichols, the former Clinton handler, is here to break it down. So Larry, what does this signify?
Well, first off, it's nothing to be proud of being right. What it signifies, I'll just tell you the rest of it. The plan was to come out, prove that it was all nothing. Then she'll have this big rally talking about, how the mean old Republicans, this was just a Republican plot.
That'll be tomorrow.
Day one. And then the thing that they've all got to do, all major media have got to turn in and submit to the Clintons, to their campaign, their Wednesday morning headlines about her victory for approval.
So this gives her control of tomorrow, having to have all her campaign on to crow about how they never did anything, even though all the WikiLeaks show them hiding all the crimes, expunging evidence, selling paper play, espionage. All of it is black holed.
All of it. And then the reason they want the headlines on Wednesday to be approved by the campaign is to give them the launching pad they need to, quote-unquote, have the mandate she demands, but more than that, to quell any potential resistance from people claiming foul over voter fraud and to stop Trump from having any recourse. Because
she's already been proven of being wronged, and they've already got the talking point that we talked about 2 weeks ago with other insiders on air and off air, that she was persecuted. She's got to shut down the alt-right, plus the Republicans want to work with her because that's the group that discredited them. That's the narrative.
And she's going to do one dang-up job after this election, making sure the Republicans hold their fire from now on. You got to remember, Alex, if you were a Republican, let's say Craig Gowdy or any of them, after this election, Congress could have a hearing. They could have a hearing. They could pursue all of this stuff. But the best Congress could do, and they know it, and she knows it, Alex, the best they can do is recommend a special prosecutor be appointed.
And you just heard Gowdy say it was over. That was a big deal.
Yeah. Now, when that happens, guess where it has to go? It has to go to the Justice Department to proceed. Then, let's just be honest. After the election, Trump complains about voter fraud, even if he has great amounts of proof.
He's got to go to Loretta Lynch.
Where's it got to be filed? Federal court. You know what happens in federal court? I mean, they've got this thing rigged every way but Sunday.
And this is the final Democratic Party takeover. It's why Beck and the Republicans know it. They're just wanting to get final payoffs as we go to one-party state, as WikiLeaks has said. They put 5 more folks on the Supreme Court. They take our guns. They open the borders. America's conquered. End of the story.
End of story. Now, let me say this, Alex. Remember what I've been telling you and your audience about for over a year now, the velvet coup, the silent coup. You're seeing it. This election is the end of it.
This is the end of America, folks.
That's right. This is when Hillary and her minions believe that they have accomplished the task and are ready to set forth with complete and total transformation of our form of government and our way of life. They will pursue it aggressively.
They're coming after the better clingers. They're coming after the veterans. They're coming after, well, you know what that means, Larry. We've tried to fix all this peacefully, and we're not offensive, but I guess they're just making it real clear.
Well, I've actually been privileged to get some information from the people that told me what they were going to do with this FBI thing. These are the same people. They have got...
You told me high-level FBI told you, Larry, tell Alex and everybody, this is exactly, don't take the bait. And Trump, they said, get this to Trump, do not do it.
And he didn't do what he should have. You know, what else we got to do, Alex? You know, we begged. Just don't take the bait. Come out and say that the fix is in, and to tell people to be careful about this. Had he have called it when we came on there and told,
he would have devastated him. He would have devastated him. I tried to... I can't control when I get a call from Trump. I try to get messages, and then, you know, I don't even call. I know he's not perfect. He wasn't battling the Clintons 20 years ago like we were.
That's right. Well, wait until you hear. I know we're coming on break. Wait until you hear what they're doing with gun control.
Oh, I see. God, I wish it was some new country to get out of here, too. God almighty. We'll be right back. Anthony Gucciardi joins us to talk about BioPCA, the latest formula to be announced and released by InfoWarsLife.com. Now, this is our 20th product. We could easily go out to a major vitamin or supplement company and private label 1,000 different products. But it's taken us 4+ years to even come out with 20 because we private label some, but we also develop many of the products originally with some of the top labs in the country so that they're true game changers, they're organic, they're proven as safe, and they're also very affordable.
Exactly. You talk about being a game changer, right? You talk about, we're in an industry where we talk to the industry leaders. We've both talked to them. They have conveyor belts of herbs falling on the ground, and they have someone come and sweep them up and put them back on the conveyor belt. They have individuals that are hired only to save money and get the lowest quality junk and put it in as many capsules as possible so they can make the highest profit margins. Okay? We refuse to screw people. We refuse to do that. We actually want to make something that's good.
We're producing something we want to take.
Exactly.
We're looking for the best. We went out and searched for the best to private label, and most of the time found out it wasn't available. So we go to these big firms and say, we want to make the dream formula.
BioPCA, for example, one of the ingredients is silica, and it's from bamboo extract. Okay, it's everywhere. It's in nature. It's an essential part of being healthy, right? Just this bottle of silica, okay, again, one ingredient, in a lower amount that's even in our product is $35.
They're charging more than what we charge when they have one ingredient that's less than ours. This is insane.
When I told him we wanted 10,000 micrograms, he goes, okay, I get that you guys want to do, high power stuff, but why don't you just do 3,000? And then you could sell, multiple bottles of it. People will buy more of it. I was like, no, let's do 10. Okay. Compare that to this. This is a $50 product, one of the leaders in the industry. It has 3,000 micrograms of biotin. Okay, we have 10,000. This is $50, $48 to be exact.
There's no script, there's no teleprompter, I'll just be honest with you. My problem is, with 20 products now, it's remembering to take them all. Because when I do, I have great days, great weeks, a great life. When I forget to take the X2, a super male, or the lung cleanse, or to do a liver cleanse, or to take this product, my quality of life just isn't as good. It's changed my life. I looked like Jabba the Hutt 4 years ago. I was swimming 2 miles some days a day. I was jogging, lifting weights. I couldn't lose the weight. I went on what Mother Nature gave us, and it's changed my life, and it's also helped the InfoWar change the country and the world. It's a win-win. InfoWarsLife.com.
Defends Hillary Clinton are erecting a demon.
She's worked like a demon, as you know, as Secretary of State. And
so Alex Jones is not the only one that thinks Hillary Clinton is a demon. And now we have Marina Abramovich emailing John and Tony Podesta talking about spirit dinners. Who is Marina Abramovich? A performance artist who focuses on pain, blood, and physical limits of the body. Some of her performances have included communist stars, near-death experiences, playing with skeletons, cutting her neck, and sex. What is a spirit dinner? A ritual dinner where blood, semen, and breast milk are painted on the wall. These are the type of things intellectuals like Lady Gaga are interested in.
Marina Abramovic in New York.
I was just speaking about her today. I am obsessed with this woman.
So we have emails coming out of the Clinton camp now talking about satanic occult dinners. You're with her. This is Owen Schroyer from Infowars.com.
You're listening to The Alex Jones Show.
Gentlemen, we have called you together to inform you that we are going to overthrow the United States government.
Leading a frontal assault on the lies of the New World Order, it's Alex Jones.
Do you still think that jet fuel brought down the World Trade Center?
I'll tell you a couple of stories about fraud. The Bohemian Club. As you say, the Bohemian Club? That's where all those rich Republicans go up and stand naked against redwood trees, right? I've never been to the Bohemian Club, but you ought to go. It'd be good for you. Get some fresh air.
I know nothing about the Bohemian Grove with Bill. I know about once a month Hillary would go out to Los Angeles. And she did it so regular that it became a bit of an issue trying to, why is she always going? Bill told me that she was going out there, she and a group of women, and she would be a part of a witch's church. And, man, when Bill told me that, you could have hit me with a baseball bat. I tried to point out to him. He realized what had happened if that got out. And of course, my job is to make sure it didn't get out. Now, I don't know today if Hillary still partakes in the witch ritual. I don't know that I even know what the ritual was. But for the better part of many years, Hillary would go quite often, whether it was regularly once a month or maybe once every couple of months. She would go out on a weekend simply to be a part of it.
All right, that was about a year ago, and we went up there. We don't just believe people, and I've known Larry 20 years at that time. We saw his medication, saw his diagnosis, the whole 9 yards. I gave him a donation then. And we went up there to interview him because of the cancer, and it's progressed. He's just trying to stay alive through the campaign to expose these people. That's why he can't be on TV today. We've been up there. He's had heart surgery, you name it. I'm not going to get into all of it. He was in the hospital today. He's had his lungs collapse. He's been resuscitated. He doesn't want me to say this on air, but then he tells me he's about to, be out in the street. So I'm just going to tell you so he gets donations. Nichols live at AOL.com, PayPal. Send the guy some money. He needs good treatment. He's been blackballed in Arkansas, everything since he's exposed to Clintons. He's a great patriot. He's a real deal. Nichols live at AOL.com. Give him a donation. He didn't even ask him for this, but he don't want me to talk about the illness, but I'm not going to sit there and just say send him a donation when the guy can't even get his treatment to keep him alive. It's very expensive, as you know. Larry Nichols, 58 Kingston Drive, Conway, Arkansas, 72034. Now, Larry, folks need to make that donation. You told me 20 years ago she was into witchcraft. You even told me about the handler, who now has been the National Enquirer confirmed doing stuff for him.
Right.
I separately, you didn't even know about this, it actually been in an L.A. liberal newspaper, because Tex Mars had a copy of it. I was in his archives making my Bohemian Grove film 15 years ago, and I got a copy of her actually there. And this isn't just normal, New Age stuff or whatever. We're not talking about crystals or whatever. A lot of nice folks are into all that stuff. Better than a lot of these mainline church people I know. This was Aleister Crowley stuff. Now, you don't know about this, but I've studied it, so I looked at what it was. Well, it came out in the WikiLeaks that this high priestess of this stuff, who admits in her own writing she does it, blood, you name it, they take kids to these parties, whether they're really killing people or not. It's so horrific to show it all. She's come out and said, oh, it's all just a big joke. I'm not serious. I'm not a Satanist, but her email address is 666 at the end. And all this is going on. We know Pedophile Island's real, Jeffrey Epstein. We know Clinton. Bill went there 20-something times. We know that the law enforcement is saying they're going to have a press conference. He's sexting, Weiner, underage girls. We know that Bill Clinton went and practiced voodoo. That's in the Washington Post, his own book he wrote. We know these people are into the occult, but you knew them back when this was happening. So it's a very important facet. Now, I don't know about all this code word and kids and all the Reddit and big internet sites out there saying, Alex, why aren't you saying all this is code word for them? Well, they say, well, I'll have the entertainment, 3 little kids in the hot tub for you at the farmhouse, and we've got all the wieners you want, and there's a lot of pressure on us to get rid of this load of $20,000, dolls for you. I mean, it sounds really bad, but I don't know what it is. What do you, as somebody that's been around these people, what the hell's going on?
Alex, all I can tell you is, man, finally I had to go to Hillary. I literally had to go to her to try to get her to stop. I went to her. I said, Hillary, if we get caught when you go into this witch's church, we're done. I mean, this is the early 80s, late 70s, whatever time it was. And I said, there's no way we can cover it up. But I said, she said, there's no way she's going to go. I said, well, then do this. I knew Channel 11's crew, local TV station in Little Rock. I said, look, you go to the Methodist church every Sunday. I'm going to set the crew, get you coming out of the church. Now it's just happened, just like I'm going to tell you.
No, you told me 20 years ago. You told me 20 years ago.
Yeah, you're going to come out of the church, and then you're going to talk about how happy you were to be in church and how you're and profess Jesus Christ and God and all that. She turned away from me, folks. She turned away. But before she took a step, she turned her head back to the left, and she said, I can't do that, and turned her head back around and walked away. Now, my problem is I don't know about the occult. I don't understand that junk.
She's pledged herself. What else did Bill tell you? What else have you not told people?
Well, Bill would tell me about, he liked to deal with the voodoo junk. I said, voodoo? He said, well, it wasn't about that. It was about the dope. He said, man, they do all kinds of neat drugs, psychedelic drugs. So I don't know that his voodoo experience had that much to do with it being, a religion, as it did for him to be able to have, psychedelic drugs. Now, I just got a text, Alex, just got it. It's from the senior FBI guy. Remember, there were 5 that told me what was going on. Well, this morning, they're listening to us now, and he just sent me a text. 2 of the 5 received memos this morning stating that due to budgetary adjustments, they were going to be forced to take early retirement, and the 3rd of the 3 is to turn in his letter of resignation Monday. So there you go. There you go.
They're cooing out the final good men and women as we speak. Now, again, Bill Clinton's in the Washington Post and his own book saying he loves voodoo. I mean, this is how disconnected it, how hardcore this is. And then you've got Hillary involved in all this, and then we find out it's the most hardcore Aleister Crowley crap there is. And then you're trying to get her to go, listen, it was in mainstream news, Washington Post as well, that she does these seances for the dead, and liberals will be there. Well, if you can call up the dead, Hillary, she's just getting them roped in. That's the first level of the occult. Can we talk to Jesus? And she says, that's the one person we don't talk to.
Yeah, she said, I can't do that.
But you told me that 20 years ago. Then a decade ago, the Washington Post asked, they were like, oh, she does seances. Who would she talk to? Well, not Jesus. She'd let you talk to anybody but Jesus. What is that? I mean, this lady is a veritable devil.
Alex, it goes back to what I've told you since the day that you and I met. Bill's a good timer, folks. That's all he is. He's an inch deep, mile wide. Hillary is cold-blooded. And I go back to the Benghazi hearing when she was talking about 4 dead Americans, and she threw her hands up and said,
what difference does it make? Yeah.
Now, that's the heart of as cold a human being as you're ever going to find. Not to mention when a person she had a 10-year affair with, Vince Foster, when she's in California, hears he's dead, that he died. She gets on a plane, but instead of coming back to Washington, I've got the Central Flying Service record. She lands in Little Rock, goes to their office at the Rose Law Firm, ransacks his office, gets everything boxed up that has Hillary and Vince on it, and tells them to burn it.
Wow.
You talk about cold, buddy. That's cold.
Well, I got to say, 20 years, we've been talking 20 years. You are dead on. And we appreciate you, Larry. Please come back on tomorrow during the 52-hour broadcast. Kicks off at 11 a.m.
Let me tell you one thing, Alex. Everybody's got to do this now. All of this stuff looks bad. Folks, you better get out and vote. And I'll say this to you, and this is going to sound terrible, but I want to say it to every white American conservative. You better get out and vote, because it's going to be your last chance.
And again, it's not racially based. The media has made it racially based.
That's right. And I have no choice but to tell the truth about it, Alex. I don't like it into black conservatives.
Well, Larry, we know what's going on in Arkansas and the whole background of the Clintons, and that they're race-based. They've just flipped the other way. I just want everybody to live in peace, but it is racially based. It's very sad. But the people voting racially are going to be screwed over. God bless you. Tomorrow, Larry, let's talk. Let's set you up now for tomorrow. 52-hour broadcast kicks off at 11 a.m. Central, Infowars.com/show. Be part of the revolution against tyranny. Spread that link. Now, Facebook mentions it's still streaming. I'm going to go hit the boys' room, take a break, and walk in there and broadcast for hours more out of my office because wild horses can't drag me away. Fabulous job to the crew. God bless you.